entrance into a larger nation. If the sea can be able to watch Ayetoro away now, definitely the whole Ilaja nation will be erased. That is what we don't want to happen.
When we drink this water, sometimes our stomach will be paining us because of dirty things that is inside the water. So we want government to help us.
The natural environment of the Ilaje town is particularly suitable for agriculture, fish farming and tourism. Welcome to Community Forum. I am Sarah Yeku. On the program this week, we're going to be looking at the riverine communities on the coastlines of Ilaje. Don't go away, stay with us as they share with us how they overcome their challenges. Assessing other Ilaje communities after Igbokoda, the headquarters of the Ilaje local government area, is by water.
Formerly, before the construction of the road that led down to Igbonla, the road, the water here, equally goes down to Igbonla and some other areas like Ayetoro, Benefa, Woye, Ogoye, and even to Delta State. And there's a junction called Itayelala, and that one leads down to Lagos State. But before the construction of the road that led down to Ayetoro, people have been passing through this place to the riverine area.
Young people in Nigeria have been advised to create the desired change they want to see, and that is why these young folks are taking us to some riverine communities in the Ilaje local government area of Ondo State. They want us to see the infrastructural debt that abounds in these communities. The boat ferried us across the lagoon for about 10 to 15 minutes to the closest of the riverine communities. This is Ayetoro, the happy city. Canoes on the go and houses on stilts overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. It is inhabited by people of the Ilaje extraction. The story of Ayetoro began many years ago.
Ayetoro community per se is not a traditional community. It's a religious settlement. In the middle of the night, January 12, 1947, a bunch of prophets and their family, they came here, numbering about 2,000. We are the first community that practiced communism in the whole of Africa.
The surging ocean has claimed about 500 meters of Ayetoro community's landscape, with many houses and lands submerged.
Blocks of building all about this place, but now about 7 rows of building on each street, they are already lost into the sea. About, let's say 3 kilometers of our landscape is washed away already.
Why exactly is Ayetoro called the happy city? lot of noise comes from this power generating house, but Ayetoro cannot do without this noise as it signifies electricity. Ayetoro isn't connected to the national grid. The town has been generating its electricity since 1953.
We have never experienced the electricity of the federal, what do I call it, national grid. Yeah, we have never enjoyed it before. And there is no network that leads to Ayetoro. You can only come by boat. It's just a piece of island surrounded by water.
All these poles and wire have been installed here far back 1953, and up to date is what we are using. No government support, no government, no national grid that has been linked here. So we do it on our own, and you can see those guys are working now. It is a communal effort. Now nobody's paying them for anything. So we are doing it for our community, and whatever that is, I mean, a bit dilapidated, to put it back so that the community go on, despite the fact that government is not taking care of us, yet we still believe that we can exist, we can live.
But are the residents of Ayetoro, the happy city, really happy? As they seem to be living their lives on the edge. These children were in class for a lesson. The environment isn't anywhere near hygienic. Abandoned buildings are what you see on the way to the shoreline. People have relocated. The irony, they used to go to the seashore for fishing, but now the sea comes straight to the community to meet them.
Okun ó tẹ̀ ti múra àti fẹ́ gbé wa lọ tó jẹ́ pé àgbọ́ lẹ́nu àwọn bàbá wa kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ rí láti ń ké sí ìjọba pé kẹjọ o ó ti wá di ọ̀rọ̀ SOS nísìn save our soul. Ẹjọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ kókun gbé wa lọ ọmọ pọ̀ ń bí àwọn àgbàlagbà wọ́n tẹ̀ tún pọ̀jù báyìí lọ tó ń wà nílé tó wọ́n wà lórí ìjókòó. And ìlú àmọ́bí tá lè rí location àwa táwa ń bí lọ, so tí ìjọba bá di hamransi kí wọ́n bá wa lé òkun yẹn sẹ́yìn àwa ń bí. Ìlú Ondo state à ń ké síjọba Ondo state kí wọ́n bá ké síjọba federal kí wọ́n wá ṣàánú fún wa kí wọ́n lè bá wa lé òkun yẹn sẹ́yìn kó má gbé wa lọ.
The sea surge has been too much for us. We have been trying to let the state government know about it. But to our dismay, no help has been coming down from anywhere. The Osopadek we rely upon, they have done the most worst thing to this community.
As a young boy when I was growing up, what we are seeing today was not what it used to be when we were growing up. We could paddle our canoes to school. Every Wednesday during the before the long break, they will ring the bell. You know, they will ring the bell and say, fishing, fishing. Everybody will go out, you take your net and you go and fish. And you bring the fish back to school. It's part of our curriculum, but that is no longer there because the waterways where we used to fish, you can't fish in the waterways anymore. So it is not what it used to be anymore. It has changed a lot, a great deal. Even then, the sea was far away from from where we live. It has changed. Right now, you have the sea coming into houses and destroying houses, and that incursion has really, you know, caused a lot of damage to the area.
As a result of the effect of oil exploration, the community has lost the portion of its coastline to the Atlantic Ocean. Houses, people, businesses, schools have been sacked by ocean surges. We moved around the community. The angry roar of the ocean could be heard not far away. Any sound from this ocean puts the residents in a state of panic. So we ask, what is going on with the Ayetoro Shoreline Protection Project? Is the government unaware?
About 9 years ago, a contract was awarded to one Atlantic dredging company We have not even seen the contractor face to face one day, but we are just seeing his workers. What they are doing to our land, they are doing more harm than good, because they are doing a kangaroo activity here that is not helping the landscape at all. So nothing has been done yet as per the contract and the embankment. Nothing has been done.
There's a shoreline protection contract that NDDC awarded to protect the shoreline of Ayetoro. The project is there, but because of certain reasons, it has always been there. Even before my resumption into the office, the contract has been awarded. I was there to see the extent of damage and how the contractor is working. Yeah, the contractor is on site, but the environment is becoming, it's getting harsh. It's very harsh presently. Is the degree of what is happening there, the sea incursion, is more than what was envisaged. So it's not as if the commission is not doing anything. We are making effort to make sure that the area is protected and the community get developed. So there have to be a review of what other measure that can be put in place to be able to meet up with what is coming from the sea or from the environment, to be able to protect the area. The most important thing is that the work is ongoing, and it will be delivered at the fullness of time.
The palace of the ruler of the community was not spared the horror. The 3-story building, built at the center of the town, is sinking. It looks like it could fall any moment. This is the rooftop of the Ayetoro Palace, built in 1950. It used to play a place of beauty, grandeur, splendor, but now it's a place of rot. And some of the locals say it's due to the ocean surge, and that is caused by the oil exploration going on miles away from here. Happy City College, founded in 1977, is the alma mater of many Elijah's sons and daughters. It is now a shadow of itself. It has gone to the angry waves of the sea. Even the crabs try to make the most of the dirty habitat. That Ayetoro shouldn't come to an end is what many indigents are praying for.
This thing is very dangerous to the existence of our people. They should come to this community is supposed to be a tourist attraction to the whole Ondo state. As you can see, the angry sea is still coming up. If it had reached its verge now, nobody can stay here. Our people are displaced. Our people are being chased about by this water every day. You can see the sea. The Happy City College Ayetoro community is no more. It's no more. It has been washed away into the sea. Thank God that we can swim. Had it been we cannot swim, many lives would have been lost. About 7 rows of houses each has lost into the sea. And the government is doing nothing about it. And this is an entrance into Elijah Nation. If the sea can be able to watch Ayetoro away now, definitely the whole Elijah Nation will be erased. That is what we don't want to happen.
Ayetoro means the world is peaceful, and its residents could be happier if they can get the basic amenities of life. Some kilometers away from Ayetoro is Molutei. As it is peculiar to some communities along the Niger Delta region, residents along the coastal communities can have their filling stations right here on water. A wooden footbridge welcomes a visitor into Molutei. The town is an exact case of water everywhere, but none to drink. From this pipe, many residents get water to drink, bathe, and even cook.
now. They won't kill us finish.
One can imagine the challenges those who live in Mauritania face daily.
It takes us a lot of time, like 4 hours, before we can fetch like 1 pail. So, and we need help from the government to help us. This water is not good. It's not a drinkable water. It's not good for people to be drinking all those water, dirty water. Even though we put alum in all those water now, we will see many dirty things in that water, and we were drinking it. When we drink this water, sometimes our stomach will be paining us because of dirty things that is inside the water. So we want government to help us. Even though we want to go to school in the morning now, it makes us late to the school. So, and the teacher will flog us because we're late, and they didn't know that to fetch water is a problem. So because before there are many people that are fetching water here, some people come to that side to come and fetch water. So when people many here, we always bust up here. So one by one will be fetching water, and we can see 1 pocket now. We are many in our house, like 10. So if we want to use 1 pocket, it cannot make us bath like this and be clean. Our health center is not good. Even though some people sick in this community now, if we go there, they will not have injection to give us. They will say no injection. Why government are doing us like this? So government, please give us more things in this community. And this community big now. We don't have good things in this community. So we need water that we can be drink, so that we can be well, not to sick again.
My became the fresh water, only 2 gallons we not see drink. We suffer all the petrol when they were here. Now don't cast all of the finish. Now we they suffer, we not see water drink, we not see anything. All our land they don't finish and they don't spoil out. Carry the oil, everything. Fish we not see it. Anything we not see key. Every salt when they this molite, they don't cascara and finish. Water we not see it drink. Now we they suffer. Now job we beg. Me na come do this water for us. Molite school, it not be all right. Me na come and do it well. All our children when they carry and go township, go school. Me na come do this school for us now. Maybe our children they go school for Molite here.
If I want to go to school, early primary school, Moluting, I'm fetching 1 bath to bath. All my sister and my mommy to bath in the morning. For afternoon, I'll come fetch another one when I want to bath. I take God say beg them, come and do the water good and drink.
Few meters away is Awoye community. Fishing has become a nightmare for many of them.
Ní máa lọ́kùn náà wọ́n à ń sinmi títí tí wá tó bẹ̀ yìí àrùgbá àràwò ìbàgbẹ́ bí èrèrè dédé ti dí ìhòòhùn ọgbẹ́ mi jẹun rí òhun ọgbẹ́ mi kọ́ màwé lọ skul ní àwọn ọmọ wọn bá yí ọmọ jùyà ní wọn tó àtọ́ lọ àtọ́bọ̀ àrùsẹ́ o àmúṣẹ́ wúwa o ní àwọn túnlẹ̀ wá ṣe àfẹ́ mọ́ mi àfẹ́ dédé yìí títí láyé jí tó bẹ̀ yìí jí tàwọ́ yẹ yàkà rẹ̀ una gbàgbàkẹ̀ jímọ̀ tó kú máa jí kájọ́ títí ayé ọ̀hún mi sọ fún mi pa mi fẹ́ pọ̀ náwó yẹ yìí ojú lọ́nà mi fà á mọ̀ rí o ní mo ti yàwó yẹ mo tó darí gbọ́ kẹ̀kẹ́ níbẹ̀ yìí o arúgbó ara wò oríwó ràgà yìí ni ààrẹ mọ ààrẹ omi lẹ́dọ̀ mi wà á bàjẹ́ àṣùṣùṣùṣùṣù ọkùnrin ọmọdé yọ nínú àgbà kọ́ńwá tó mímọ́ mọ̀ dídùn yakarun ami se we o torí dédé run aya mi se akarun eje ni akase ọdẹ ti le gbeje ni no keke mo jigajigara e le to gbe ma morigo ya tarugbo gbe herere arugbo gbe tunara arugbo gbe patoko arugbo gbe peleba arugbo gbe pasagoro dédé run aya bàjẹ́ peta ma yo wori
iṣẹ́ wasamu mi ṣe rí ìlú Àwòyẹ iṣẹ́ wasamu mi ṣe rí ó ní ọkọ̀ yẹn Àwòyẹ iṣẹ́ wàsá yẹn ṣùgbọ́n bóra ní nílẹ̀ pé wọ́n ti lọ́ọ́ máa lò kún ọjọ́ bá ti lọ dẹ́rìkì á máa lò kún àbàdé iṣẹ́ wà ẹ̀ jẹ́ tó àwọn agbójà ò wá bá pa 100,000 àfi 1 million tó tún iṣẹ́ yẹn ṣe ẹ wá gbé wa ní develop lówó iṣẹ́ yẹn so àti fẹ́ràn àwọn ìjọba àárín àwọn ìjọba pàtó mi lò fún alára ó tó ń bẹ jẹ̀nì wá jẹ́ bá rẹ̀ jẹ̀nì ẹ̀jù oṣù mẹ́ta ẹ̀jẹ̀ ti gbó epo dísù àmì lónìí bẹ́ẹ̀ rí so kí ni ti fún problem so ẹja afọ lára ìyá mi pa wá so obìnrin wa tọrọ fi ṣe ẹja rẹ̀ mọ́ ẹja wa ka bàjẹ́ ẹja náà òfù fi ẹja fi ṣe àná òfù àná ìbálẹ̀ tọ́jú ẹja ní
ibẹ̀ yẹn tètè àní problem gan so àtẹ̀fẹ́ ìjọba jára àwọn wọ́n náà sẹ̀ yìí tó kẹ́pẹ́ àmì ìlú fàájà àbújá yẹn ti lọlẹ̀ yìí tẹ̀ wọ́ọ̀rọ̀ so jí àní àwò yẹn fi tẹ àtẹ̀ bójọba lè rí kọ̀tísọ̀ ọjà kọ̀tísọ̀ wa lọ́wọ́ pé jálẹ̀ kárí àwò torí ìgbésẹ̀ àwòrán fẹ́ pa níbẹ̀ àti ẹ̀jìnà mílò níbẹ̀.
ní àrí benefit epo ya ní one àní odidi school tó à ń bẹ primary school wa àrí development ra náà epo wa tó ń bẹ jẹ̀ ní wa jẹ́ ni and epo ya mílò bẹ́ẹ̀ àtún mix ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú diesel èyẹ pé omi that makes a lot of things in our engine omi affect different type of things in it okay one for example now our concept ẹ̀yà mechanic wa mi sẹ́ ń bẹ́ẹ̀ concept wa bàbá tí mi sẹ́ pẹ̀lú diesel omi wo concept omi ba concept ẹ̀ jáde concept bá ẹ̀ta ni almost 250,000 naira which is money engine kan ni 1.8 so we need a better development in this Ilaje region.
We arrived Ilowo. The town has a comprehensive healthcare center. It was built some years ago by the Niger Delta Development Commission to provide quality healthcare to the people of the area, to be managed by the Ondo State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission. It is in a deplorable state. We took a tour of the facility. Broken chairs, torn carpets, broken window panes, fallen curtains, a scattered ward, filled bin are what you see. A dirty, rusted lantern adorns a table. And it is a room with abandoned equipment. The clock is ticking. The hours are going by. The Ilajes are waiting for a better life and looking forward to a better future.